Here are 10 cross example solves. I will have the scrambles at the top so you can follow along. So here's the first scramble. So, first thing I see is this can easily go in. But these two can't as easily go in, so we're going to do them first. So what I can do is I can move this up so I can bring this to the back. And when I do that, I'm going to turn these so this moves over here. And then I'll have pieces here and here, and then solve this one. So I have all of these. Then I can move this one down and turn this side twice. So that would look like this. Or here it is slowly. So here's scramble number 2. It was also done using green front and white top. So I notice we have 2 bad pieces and 2 good pieces. So what we can do is we can move this one on top of the good piece. While doing that, we can also move this on top of the good piece. And then we can bring this down. After we turn this side down, we can turn this side, and then we can bring this to the back. So that would look like this. So for this scramble, these two are opposites and these two are opposites. So we can move these both down, and we could move this over and then solve that, and then we would do inserts to solve this. So that would look like this. And we get an X cross. So for this scramble, we have a block, and we don't have much else besides a lot of connected pieces. So we can move this over here, and then we can solve this side and then that side to preserve this block, and then we can solve the back. So like this. So for this scramble, we notice we can move this piece up to here. And then we can move this one here and turn it to bring it to the back. And then solve this. And then we can solve that cross and solve this piece. And then we'll solve that piece. So that would look like this. So here's the scramble. So here's a good example of a scramble where the white side isn't good to do. So instead, we can notice we have a lot of good pieces in the cross for yellow. So what we could do is we can move this over, solve this, and then we can solve this piece, and this piece. So this is very efficient. That also gives us a free pair we can solve. So for this scramble, we have this piece that can be moved up, and then we can solve it. And then we have this that can be moved up right after we've moved this piece up. And then we can solve that one. Then we'll solve this piece and use an insert to solve that. So that would look like this. So for this scramble, we can solve this by bringing it over here and then bringing this one over here. And then we would move this piece down. We would solve half of the cross and solve this piece. Like that. So this is the simplest scramble yet. We can move this down and then bring this over and place the bad edge on top of what is now a good edge. And then we can solve the cross. Very simple. So for this scramble, we can move this piece down until it's like that. We can bring this over to place the bad edge on top of the good edge. And then we can bring this one down and then turn this side to solve this piece. Then we can turn the bottom twice and we can solve the cross. So those are all the cross examples, and if you can be solving that fast, then you are getting really fast at cross. So the next step in CFOP is F2L. So see you there.